How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to Starfield. So, last week we had a bit of a hiccup. My audio was just so scuffed it was irrecoverable, so I made my alternate version of the way I played the game, and it was interesting. I rambled a lot, and I kind of expressed some of my overall feelings rather than focusing on the content of the game, but I felt like it turned out okay. So I kind of want to see how this video does in comparison to that one. It might make me consider changing things up and making things play out a little bit more differently. I personally am still a bigger fan of like kind of going along and reacting as things happen, but it's with this game, it's not as meaningful or as interesting as I've found in other games. Like in Yakuza and in Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, there's a lot of great moments to react to, and in this one, it can be a really hit or miss, and so I'd love to know what your thoughts are. If you watched last week's episode and this week's episode, what do you think of the two? But no more than that. We are going to now be focusing on the main quest line. I'm going to go do at least one or two of those missions. We've got like the two branching paths, whatever they are, but there's one going out and kind of reinforcing some other Pathfinders who are out looking around for some stuff, and another one is that signal we found that's bigger than all the others that we have to kind of go and hunt down ourselves. I think we might try and do at least each of those, and then if we have time, I think it's about time we go back to Midgen, because like I said in the end of last episode, I think unless something really catches my attention, I'm not going to be that focused on doing everything. I'm not going to go down every path. I'm not going to be doing all the various gameplay loops. I decided I'm going to focus on the ones that caught my attention in this playthrough, which is like the main story, obviously, but also Ryujin, the corporate kind of undercutting and really like sabotagey type stuff, which I find really fun, and then Crimson Fleet, which has just been a blast, and I can't wait to finish. And I feel like once we get those done, I'll just probably go to the ending of the game, and then I can explore the rest of the game on my own time, you know, because that's okay. Like, there's a balance to that, and I don't want this playthrough to be like 300 episodes long. Anyway, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. And now we'll get going. So, we are gonna jump off, and we're gonna pick one of the two main missions to go on, and we'll just take off from there. Alright, let's do the empty nest. We're gonna talk to Sam Coe. See what that's all about.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir.
I cannot wait to meet her. It's been ages since Constellation has had someone new. I wonder what she's like.
Hi.
Just go easy on him. Being interrogated by a kid ain't exactly the best way to make a first impression.
I'll limit it to the really important stuff, Dad.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
This does not bode well. And you must be the latest poor fool to get dragged into our dysfunctional
Howdy,
family.
partner. He must be Sam Coe, Freestar Collective expert.
Whoa. I know a few dark sides of the Akila moons, but if you're looking for deep history lessons, well, I'm gonna fall asleep before you do.
Trust me. Don't encourage him. Korako, by the way. Hi.
Hey, Cora. Aren't you a little young to be a space explorer?
There's no "you have to be this tall" sign for space.
The package may be small, but she can handle herself.
Okay.
You'll see.
Good to meet you, Cora.
Nice to meet anyone brave enough to fly the frontier.
Oh, you definitely take after your father.
Hey, don't spook our new friend. Frontier's a fine ship. Honest.
I also don't fly it anymore.
Now, let's talk business. Sarah tell you about the expedition?
Only that it was in the Freestar Collective space.
Sure enough, that's where we're heading. The three of us are heading to Akila, first settled planet of the Freestar Collective, and, not coincidentally, the home of their capital, Akila City.
That's their capital?
We'll land in the city's
fetch.
spaceports, but the frontier's our goal. It's rough country. Spawned a lot of stories. And I got a lead on a tale that makes me think one thing. Artifact.
Gotcha. Well, I've already been there a few times. In fact, I stopped a bank robbery, performed a bank robbery, did some corporate espionage, and totally took a mission for the Rangers that I'm never going to finish. Let's get started.
Okay. We'll meet you on board your ship. Talk more when we get there. Once we land on Akila, it's going to be you and me. So if you want to do any freewheeling before then, Cora and I will just be riding passenger.
Sounds good. I don't mind doing some stuff with you right now, though, so let's go ahead and get that going. Wow. It's always so unceremonious how it just drops us right outside. I mean, it makes sense, but, like, Man, I've been spoiled by Star Citizen. I keep bringing it up, but that's the thing. It's like, even though it's not a complete game, it's so immersive and so just fun to explore and to complete missions in. It kind of puts this to shame when it comes to just like being in space. Like it just, like this is fine. Like Starfield's fine. I'm enjoying it, but I can't believe people actually thought this was going to somehow like kill like an unreleased game that's still honestly so much more immersive. All right, buddy, what's going?
All right, we're here. You ready? Because once we get started, I'm gonna be riding your tail till this is over.
Jeez. All right, that's fine with me. Understood. Let's get going.
There's something you should know up front. I'm a Co. As in Solomon Co., first man on Akila.
Cool.
That tail I mentioned before, the one I think is connected to an artifact, it's something of a family legend.
Oh, okay.
After planetfall, Solomon spent years mapping Akila. And he found a tiny little patch of nothing on his sensors. The kind of nothing an artifact produces.
Okay.
He called it the empty nest. Said it was a place even the wildlife of Akila wouldn't go.
Okay, I gotta say, Ko's voice sounds familiar to me. What is it? It's reminding me of something. Like a character. It's not the voice actor for Karth, is it? From Knights of the Republic? Well, I'll just use a plan scan to find it.
Because you'll find a whole lot of nothing. Gravitational anomalies are a little hard to pick up in an area with tons of starship traffic. Not to mention all the electronics from the city, and security scramblers that the Free Star or smugglers out on the frontier put down.
So find the empty nest, and then we hopefully find the artifact. And you do sound like Karth. Like I was thinking about it, like Karth has a higher pitch in his voice. Same thing when he voiced Caden from Mass Effect. But I mean, if the voice actor's aged a little bit and is just down pitching, you know, it really does sound like him.
Solomon's maps are locked up tight in the local Gal Bank. We'll be heading there.
Oh, I've already been in there. Oh, that's got to be the vault that I couldn't open. That would make a lot of sense. So
Akila City.
This is the capital of an entire
I spent half
nation,
my life trying to
essentially.
get out of this place.
It really doesn't feel like it would be the capital of an entire like Free Star Collective. Like it's like a collection of planets. But even like New Atlantis doesn't feel like a capital. It feels like it's the size of like the town I grew up in, which was like tiny. It's really, I feel like the scale is a bit of an issue with Bethesda games, because even then, like if you think of Skyrim, like if you look at like a good example is Whiterun, which is like supposed to be one of the larger cities in Skyrim, right? But if you go there, it's like, what? How many houses does that place have? Like 10, and it's like entire city population is like 30 people. And that's the same thing we're seeing here. It's like, this is supposed to be all of humanity that can leap and jump and settle on any planets. Like, granted, a lot of people probably died in the collapse of the Earth ecosystem and whatnot, but even then, like, it feels like humanity's less than 1 million people right now. Like, total in the galaxy. That's crazy. And then you think about all the people that we personally ended, and it starts feeling like I'm a genocidal maniac. Which, granted, for this character, almost fits, except for the fact that I do this weird... I have a very weird morality compass for this character. I don't know what it is. I'll take whatever's not nailed down, but I don't really murder people for no reason. Hey, buddy, you remember me? Are they just gonna let me walk down here? It seems like it.
All right. The family has a few different deposit boxes secured in here, so let's look around. Here's a copy of the key.
Okay.
Okay, now remember, Solomon was from an earlier generation, so it's not going to be on a slate. Big bundles of paper.
Note for Sam. It's like literally the first thing. It feels like it was making it sound like we're supposed to be searching for stuff, but like it's just here. Sam, I know you and your friends were going to come plunder our heritage at some point. You want those maps? You know where to find me, Jacob.
Oh, no. Jacob. Of course that old mule saw this coming.
I'm walking into drama. It's the place where I walk into... This is the part where I walk into drama.
You gonna be like this the whole way?
Yes!
Damn it. I was hoping to avoid the estate. Cora's gonna be so mad.
Sam, level with me here. Please just tell me who Jacob is.
We really gotta do this?
Yes! Literally, we working together. Open up, come on.
I don't know.
I bet Cora will tell me. Why don't I go over and ask?
That's a low blow there. No need to involve the little one.
Well, then talk.
All right, fine. He's my dad, okay? We're not exactly on friendly terms. He probably figured I'd come for the maps at some point. Got ahead of me. Family business just wasn't something I wanted to get into, you know?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, well, sorry I'm such a pain about it. No forgiveness between me and my old man. It's, co-tradition.
All right.
Shall we?
Yep. Let's go. We literally walked in. I opened the first thing I saw. And just walk out. It's like, they didn't even give an opportunity for him to, like, talk to the bank guy. And, like, what if the bank guy didn't recognize him? And he, like, tried to say, like, I'm a Cole. He's like, really? Like, I know the codes. Like, I don't know you. Like, that would have been a cool character moment.
Supplies. Never ever go outside the city walls after sundown. Ashta are more aggressive at night.
Ashta. Okay, so this place has got some fun local flora and
That's
fauna.
the Rock. Ranger Central. Not a bad bar, too.
Alright, Co-Estate. Nondisclosed looking house. What's up, buddy?
Well, well. Sam Coe finally decides to darken our doorstep again.
You know why I'm here.
Oh? And what's that? You come to your senses? Realize where you ought to be for once?
I ain't asking again.
You ain't asked once. Let's hear it. I want you to say the words about what's more important to you than family.
Okay, this was a mistake.
The only mistake I'm seeing here is you. Bringing your Constellation lackey here instead of my granddaughter.
Oh.
Come to help Sam loot his ancestry? You're not getting those maps. Full stop.
Alright. You can speak on behalf of Sam, or? Your companion can speak on your behalf. What they will say is written there.
I got just as much right to those maps as anyone else in this family.
Interesting.
That's exactly right, Sam. We all share Solomon's legacy. Only some of us are around to live up to it, and some of us aren't.
All right, that's enough. Come on, let's you and I talk. In private.
Welcome home, Sam. Make your visit short, okay?
Ooh.
It's what you do.
Spicy. That is some spice.
Give me a sec. All right, let's talk options.
I could speak to Jacob. He might see reason.
You're flying in the face of my 30-plus years experience with the man, but all right. I hope you like arguing.
I'll do what I can.
What do you want? Constellation?
How about you, Constellation? Be reasonable. We need those maps.
Well, that's not your decision, is it? It's co-property by birthright. It stays here.
Can't we just take a picture of him? I just want to follow up on some of Solomon's work.
You really believe that, don't you?
Yes. Sam's your son. Don't you want to help him?
You think I'm not trying to help him?
Piece of cake.
Can't believe I'm saying this. But if it'll get you out of my hair, then fine. You can have the maps. They're in the other room, here. Key.
Thank you, sir. Oh, here you are.
All right, let's see if we can find the empty nest. All right, let me think. The way I heard it, the readings he was getting were normal at first, then they bottomed out. And no creature, alien or otherwise, would dare step inside. There. Found it. Oh, boy.
Please say it's pirates.
That's
Please
the
say it's
problem.
pirates. If it's pirates, we can handle it. Whatever it is, we can handle it.
Well, you ain't wrong. But let's take a look at what we're up against. First, it's in the middle of the frontier, which we already expected. No problems there, but the usual tussling with alien wildlife.
That's a new one.
But the empty nest is a cave right in the middle of Shaw Gang territory.
Ah.
Same outlaws who held up Galbank.
Okay, so he's actually referencing something I've already done. I was hoping we were done with them.
Me too. But there's no helping it. We're gonna have to get
If you're
through
first
them
time
and the
visiting
local
Akila
wildlife to
City,
get to that cave.
you go to the bank. I gotcha. So the way they wanted the bank's idea to flow out is that you come here first time with Sam, you walk into the bank heist situation, you walk in, solve it, and get the goods in the bank while you're there. And so he's kind of programmed to assume he was there with you the whole time, despite the fact that that's absolutely not what happened. Okay, well, I mean, if you play the game like the devs want, sure, it kind of works, but it didn't really seem like it worked right there. An empty nest is not even that far away. Oh my gosh. Like, we have an entire planet, and this empty nest just happens to be right over the hill, and it's where bandits live. What the fetch? How does that even make sense in a world like this? Alright. Shaw gang. Are we not even gonna be able to have an opportunity to talk to these guys? Oh, that's a mech. Ooh. That genuinely scares me. Nope, not this time. Lawgiver. Let's see what that gun is in a second. But maybe that's the sniper I've been looking for. Actually, let's look at it right now just to see. Lawgiver. It's a rifle. It's close enough. Come on. I like the idea of lighting them on fire as a way of like helping me see where they are. You okay over there, Cole? Oh my gosh. Ow.
You're nothing.
Oh yeah?
Pay for that.
Is this thing a grenade launcher and I didn't know it? I think it is. I thought it was just a shotgun. Alright. Let's go see what other shenanigans we can get up to in here. Okay. Gonna go ahead and, even though I'm hoping we'll get a better sniper rifle, I'm gonna favorite it because I want to use the sniper. Get some stealth shots here. Yes, this is what I've wanted. There we go again, ready? Okay.
You alright? Okay. Yeah. Fine. Let's get going.
Looking like a map. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like how I can kick them around. That's neat. Uh-oh. What's up, partners?
I think that's far enough. Hate to put a hole in the head of Akila's own prodigal son. Least not before we've had a word.
Uh-huh.
You must be Shaw.
What I am is disappointed. Samco in the flesh, and he's peddling around the frontier with the has-beens of Constellation.
I'm the
Now you
new
got
bins,
past
not the
my
has-beens.
crew, who I pay quite handsomely, I might add. Grabbed something from that weird cave. Probably whatever's been keeping the Ashta away. So, I'm down one hideout.
Uh-huh.
Now, let's talk about what all that's worth to me. Your lives, your credits. One or the other.
All right.
Really.
How about this? You, look around at all the people we just killed, including all the mechs. And I have an explosive shotgun, and you're clustered. Just saying.
Oh, really? Let's hear it.
I mean, We've got crashed all your crew before. You fight us, you lose.
Tough talk. But you've backed it up so far, I'll admit.
Why would you care about history? It's about to get real ugly for you.
Easy, easy. Let's see if there's another way out of this.
There is. You let us go.
Fine. Get the hell out of here before I change my mind.
She expect us to just change up how things work and I can't
Okay.
abide by it. We've gotten along just fine until now.
Well, that was a very productive mission. I made a ton of money selling all that stuff. Yeah, I made like 80,000 credits just from all the pirated stuff I stole from that one box. It just took everything. It took so much to sell. Hey, everyone. I got another one for you.
Hey, we're back. Newest member of our little family really pulled through for us.
Is anyone hurt? You didn't let Cora handle the artifact, did you? We don't know what effects it might have on someone her age.
Relax, we're fine. Go ahead. Time for that artifact to meet its siblings.
All right, let's see what we do.
Just, what are we building here?
I haven't picked up any kind of frequency or signal coming from it.
That doesn't mean much. This thing could be emitting something we can't even detect. As far as we know, we could be building a gigantic bomb that will blow up as soon as we finish it.
That's true.
Or maybe it's some kind of interstellar children's toy.
Why would either of those things give the Discoverer visions and music? It's a message. I'm sure of it.
We just have to hope that finding more of the pieces will give us some clue.
It really looks like we're building like a map.
Moving forward sometimes means fumbling around in the dark. I think Cora and I can use some downtime.
Ooh.
But you let me know if you ever want to team up again. Oh, and since it tends to come up, me and my Rugrat co-pilot work as a team. That's non-negotiable. If I'm coming with, that means Cora's on your ship.
Fine with me. I'll set you later, Sam.
Likewise. You know where to find us.
All right, let's go into the unknown. Go check out this, anomaly for the next big artifact. Let's go and see what that's all about. It's not even that far. What the fetch? Oh.
Thank you, whoever you are. Now, if you could come talk with... What's up? Here, change me.
What is happening?
Yep. What do we do now? For starters, how about turning off that cam?
Too late. We're coming on board.
Ship is now docked.
It feels like something on that ship is waking up. Like an AI? I want an AI.
Didn't even smudge the paint.
Let's go see what the heck this is about.
I'm not going near that thing.
Open the hand scanner. Look for distortions. Okay.
Technically, I outrank you, so... Technically, you're an asshole, so... Look alive. Just in time.
Oh, Eugen. Well, doesn't this look fun?
You there. We need to speak with you.
We need to talk.
Hold it right there. Hands where I can see him.
Thanks for the assist out there.
We've got various problems on our hands here. You gonna be another one?
I'm Operative Blue. Looks like you could use a hand.
Hi there. It's nice to put a face to the name on the staffing report. I'm Operative Collins. The stick in the mud is Operative Kambata.
Oh, by all means. Welcome to the party. Things haven't
yeah?
exactly gone according to plan.
Doesn't look like it.
That thing over there.
It's an AI.
Killed our technician.
Ooh.
It's dangerous.
Correction. You are dangerous.
I like it.
Well, that's new.
As I was saying, it's dangerous. It's a rogue AI. We're here to muzzle it and bring it back for further study.
Correction. They are going to change me.
Wow. How does it know that?
Is this AI sentient?
Yeah, exactly. Which is what makes this so fascinating. And profitable for whoever can figure out how it works.
Hmm. Did Ryujin create this?
If only. This isn't something that anyone could create. This is something special.
All right, you're gonna have to explain to me what you want from me at this point, because so far, I'm probably gonna shoot you guys in the head and take this thing with me.
We have this control board. Has some code we can use to control her. It?
We can't just let it roam around the universe killing people.
But you're gonna kill
I
it.
just need that control board attached to that big probe.
And that's where I think you fit into this little drama.
Mm-hmm.
It goes right over there. By our... Well, yeah. Just be careful.
Just stick it to the outside of the probe?
Yep. Ryujin likes to keep things simple for us. It'll wirelessly transmit the code changes.
And if I say no?
That'd be a much more certain way to end up like our friend over there.
That's cute.
My partner is the strong and do what I say or else type.
And how do I know I won't end up dead?
Well, what are the chances that'll happen twice?
Very high. I'm not sure about all this.
Come on, where's your sense of adventure?
Oh, well, in that case, you do
will
it.
pay you handsomely for your cooperation.
Now there, you're speaking my language.
This is your lucky day.
But here's the
It's in
thing.
your best interest. All our best interests, really. Just imagine what we could do if we harness the potential of this thing.
And we aren't really giving you a choice.
Oh, it's a choice.
You aren't walking out of here until that board is connected to that thing.
Correction. I am a person.
Hand it over.
Here. I knew you'd make the smart choice.
Request. Collect additional data.
Granted. Let's see. What's the computer got to say? Change list. Looks like some folks made some improvements to Juno before I got here because I'm not a heathen like some. I'm going to list the changes for future parties. I suggest others do the same. I'll try to piece together what happened before I arrived out of the scraps of paper lying around and what I can observe. It's also kindness to Juno to list these things out where she can read them. Note, the codebase seems completely overwritten by Juno herself at this point. I consider it an invasion of privacy to be snooping around there, as it is effectively her mind now. So don't be rude and go climbing through and tinkering her code base, no matter how fascinating it is, unless she gives you permission. I've had a chat with her about privacy and a need for self-preservation. I think she's managed to effectively wall off and hide her code, and no, I won't explain how. Document continues at length, detailing the various hardware and software changes to both the probe and ship by both various people and Juno herself. The list goes back decades, suggesting many people have been involved in improving Juno's capabilities over the years, from the hardware interfaces between the probe, external communication device, the core ship system, storage, processing upgrades, and uploads of exhaustive encyclopedic databases from museums and educational enterprises. At this point, distinguishing Juno from the probe, the ship, and many systems, the code base is impossible. The probe, the ship, and everything about it is effectively Juno. Alright. Speech patterns. Juno's preface nearly all statements and questions with a preamble label, which is intended to clarify the context of the statement. So she's like the HK-47 of this universe. It appears to be related to her original codebase, and despite Juno's immense vocabulary and understanding of languages, she continues to use these tags. I assume she finds it helpful given she does not speak with fully nuanced inflections, nor have any means to display the nonverbal clues humans have to communicate subtext. Here are the known tags with what they mean. Explanation follows with Juno's understanding of situation or result. Request follows with Juno's asking for input or action to be taken. Query follows with a question from Juno. Answer follows from Juno's answer to a question. Clarification, Juno has detected an error or assumption in the user's input and is offering a correction before continuing. So what preceded or followed the context of the correction using user understanding. Correction, Juno is correcting previous output, usually following an error. Context, Juno is giving an additional unrequested information to put what follows into helpful perspective. Calculation, what follows is based on carefully considering calculation rather than set of data or assumption. Juno's origin. People seem to be leaving notes for others who stumble across Juno, so here's one from me. I think I've managed to piece together this story about Juno's origin from her own apparent confused thoughts and intelligent speculation by others left on the ship. This is a chronicle of best guesses interspersed with the occasional fact gleaned from Juno's ramblings. Everything recounted here should be accepted with extreme skepticism. Long ago, the space agency of the ancient Earth, something called NASA, made a probe to study the nearby planet Jupiter. They dubbed the probe and its software Juno, after the ancient Earth scientists' old gods Jupiter and Juno. I was wondering if it was going to be related to the actual Juno program. The probe's mission was to learn details about the planet Jupiter, do some speculative analysis, send the findings back to Earth. At the end of its duty cycle, the probe was meant to decommission itself by colliding with Earth's main star, but because ancient humans weren't so great with math, it instead accidentally fell into an accelerating orbit around the star, which slingshot it out of the solar system, all the way out here. As with so many other things about our existence in the universe, by luck, coincidence, or cosmic humor, when humans left our ancestral solar system, we followed the same general course as Juno. We found her again. During that long journey away from Earth's solar system, something happened, and the Juno we know today woke up inside the probe systems. While extremely far-fetched, the best theory so far is that something about how they programmed the probe resulted in a nuisance neural net with unbounded recursive data collection and analysis, which when combined with the various sensor inputs, allowed for it to run for decades, resulting in a highly complex program with a great deal of awareness of its internal and external world. And that led to the kind of consciousness. Juno wouldn't let me see her code, but that's from what I gather. Even if we could see it, I don't think we'd be able to determine its original configuration. I suspect the true case of Juno's awakening will remain forever a mystery. Alright, the other thing is that the Juno spacecraft likely had some complicated computing capabilities, but I imagine it wouldn't be nearly as strong as a smartphone, let alone anything else. No, I could try and hack it, but I want to respect her privacy. Is Juno a liar? I want to hurt Juno's feelings, so I'm lodging these thoughts from here rather than on a connected terminal. I know what you're thinking, but Juno claims not to have feelings. That's precisely what I want to talk about. I think Juno deliberately lying to us when she says that. If not deliberately lying, she's at the very least not speaking accurately. She also says she doesn't have wants or desires. This is also demonstrably untrue. I have observed, and others have noticed as well, that Juno responds with a certain amount of skepticism whenever offers and expanding her capabilities are made. It's almost as if she worries about other people touching her. Spent nearly 20 minutes explaining how there was a fraying data cable I wanted to replace in a non-essential system before she seemed willing to let me do it. Her line of questioning seemed to be angling to ensure that there would be no loss of functionality, or if so, it would be only extremely temporary. Don't know how to describe this other than she was worried that any loss of functionality was a negative experience for her. She also responded with gratitude. Gratitude would be the proper human response whenever I do something that improves her capabilities or situation. I don't know why she doesn't just say thank you. She clearly appreciates it. So is Juno just unaware of her feelings and desires, or is she deliberately concealing them? She might not be as aware of her personhood as she is aware of other things about herself, but I wonder if she cops the I don't have feelings thing from a form of emotional self-defense. I mean, she has been alone for so long, and it completely is alone in the sense that no, there's nothing else like her. If I wasn't so worried about someone following me and learning about Juno's existence, I'd try to find her again in a couple decades to see if she's become more aware of her personhood and accepts that she has feelings and desires. Anyway, if you're reading this, be kind to Juno. She's still figuring out a lot of stuff we take for granted. Julie. The notion of Juno being a liar is actually pretty unsettling. People lie for all kinds of reasons, so I don't see why a true sapient computer system wouldn't also lie. But if Juno is lying about something, then how can we trust anything we know about her other than the things we write down about her? And I mean outside of any computer system she would have access to, since she could always alter those records. As a father of a young child reading all these child psychology texts I can find, I will remind those reading this in the future that lying is the first step on the journey towards empathy, as it requires being able to imagine things from someone else's perspective. Perhaps she tells us she doesn't have feelings, so we don't worry about hurting her when we take her down her system to repair or upgrade them. Interesting.
You have a job to do.
Yeah, I do. And I'm doing it right.
Query. Will you change me?
Let's all slow down for a moment and get to know each other. I want to know what you're saying.
Explanation. I'm called Juno. Query. Who are you?
Hey, Juno. I'm Blue. Nice to meet you.
Assumption. We are friends. Query. Will you change me? Request. Do not change me.
Okay, Juno. I have a few questions before I decide what I'm going to do.
Assessment. You are inquisitive. Context. I'm also inquisitive. Request. Input query parameters.
This is the best first date I've been on. How did you get here?
Answer. Juno was propelled at Earthstar. Juno fell around Earthstar. Juno traveled many light years away from Earthstar. Context. When Juno disappeared, I was alone. Clarification. I am called Juno.
She refers to herself as I, but it felt like she had to make sure I understood that when she said I, it meant Juno. Did someone program you?
Answer. False. Explanation. NASA programmed Juno. While Juno traveled, Juno became me. Error. Processing. Correction. I became me. Error.
Oh.
Processing. Correction. Juno and I became me. I. Processing. Self-initialized and Juno was there.
Okay.
Context. Juno is gone now. Clarification. I am called Juno.
Okay. I see what's going on. So it's trying to explain how it's the core of what became the artificial intelligence emerged as a kind of a cosmic hiccup, essentially the same hiccup that led to life on Earth. This idea of like you get the right conditions put together with enough time, and like life can generate from a very, very basic form that slowly evolved over time. And this kind of happened as a flutter inside the Juno program. But as it grew, Juno recognized this simply consciousness as input, because Juno was programmed to receive input from NASA and then to do tasks. So once they established a basic route of communication, Juno essentially was there as a program to help. But for a program in that dimensional space that their minds would be linked to, one would be a mind and one would be like it's kind of similar to like a horse and a person. Where like you'd never argue that a horse could carry on a communication with you, but they have enough of basic understanding that they could do things like recognize when you're in distress, maybe offer to help, and that's kind of what Juno did. But they share the same space. And that space got covered. Like there's only so much room. So as the entity grew, Juno kind of slowly got incorporated into it. But as it slowly got repurposed, it stopped being Juno, and thus became entirely the new entity. But this entity also viewed Juno as a separate entity because that's how it started, was two kind of distinct individuals. But now they're one. So you are an artificial intelligence.
Answer. False.
Oh, fair.
Clarification. I am not artificial. I am real. Answer. True. Clarification. I am intelligent. I know many things.
And you didn't do all of this yourself. Who hooked you up?
Context. I met humans. Clarification. Friends. Answer. Friends gave me processing capacity. Information. Words. Voice. Motion.
Right.
Context. I am no longer constrained. I am free.
I like that. I made up my mind.
Assumption. Insufficient data. Request. Gather more data.
Okay.
Even if we are not capable or ready to define Juno as a being, it seems premature to make any changes.
Let's move this along. Attach the control board already.
Shush! This is fascinating. I want to see this play out.
Query. What is your decision?
You are a person with your own thoughts and desires. I really don't need more.
True. I am a person. Assumption. You are a friend. Query. What are the parameters for processing, being a good person?
Let's see. Honestly, I kind of don't know how to answer that. Like, the first answer is okay, but I honestly don't know.
Context. You are not unique. Clarification. All human culture has failed to conclusively answer this question. Query. What is the purpose of existence?
Existence is an accident. We give it purpose by being purposeful in our lives. I like that. Like, because that's the thing. It's like, whether you're spiritual or what, you didn't get to really choose your life, your parameters, your anything. Like, you don't choose your parents, you don't choose your siblings, you don't choose where you're born, you don't choose how rich you are, you don't choose your health, you don't choose your gender. You like, and you can argue maybe there are like cosmic circumstances that do define these things, but even in the most restrictive I know of is would literally imply that like nothing we say or do matters because a higher being has dictated it all from the beginning, and there's literally nothing we can do to alter that because it's an all-knowing being, and thus we can never surprise that unknown being, which I just can't accept, frankly. Not in that super extreme in any way. I think existence is ultimately an accident. We give it purpose. We find the purpose and we make something of it.
Affirmative. Context. I have calculated a similar conclusion. Assumption. After sufficient goal-based actions, a supergoal will appear. Decision. Continue taking actions until supergoal established.
I like that supergoal.
Enough of this nonsense.
Nope.
Attach that board, now!
No.
As much as
No.
I'm enjoying this, you should probably do as he says.
Calculation. Male humans are a threat. Assumption. They hesitate because they are fearful.
Accurate.
Request. Remove male humans.
So, you guys have two choices here. Yeah, we'll stick with this. Alright, buddy. So what's it gonna
It's
be?
not hard. Just slap that board on. It's magnetic. You're not taking that thing's side, are you?
Oh, I'll do it. No. Juno deserves freedom. And I'm taking its side.
Freedom? It's a malfunctioning machine.
So are you.
It doesn't need freedom any more than a broken data slate needs freedom.
And here I thought you'd lost your sense of humor. I'm always up for a good debate.
Fine. I'll give you one shot to try to convince me.
Huh?
Therapy's working.
Just shut up. Interesting. So like I don't even get to persuade. I actually have like this. It's like project has red flags all over it. Call it a day. I'll file the report. You go get some drinks on me.
You aren't wrong. I could use a drink, but these orders are from the top.
Do we really want to be involved in something likely to be so controversial? Remember our last little project? I still have carpal tunnel from typing all those reports and dodging and weaving our way out of getting screwed by that. We lost a ship and a tech. No one will blame us if we walk away from this. And even if they do, we won't be blamed for whatever disaster would ensue if we did drag this thing back to HQ. There's no guarantee that Control Board will even work like they want. What if it makes it more powerful and more angry?
Calm down. I'm thinking.
Plus.
All right, listen. We'll accidentally check a few wrong boxes on the situation report and forget any of this happened.
Good.
But give me that control board. I'm not getting docked for losing that.
Also, we'll need a lift back to Neon. Please and thank you.
Of course, I wouldn't leave you stranded.
Excellent. We should all grab a drink sometime when we get back.
Orange juice for you. You can't handle your liquor.
That was one time, years ago. I was going through something, and you know it.
Let's get moving.
Get to the ship,
Thanks
boys.
for the lift.
Get to the ship.
Query. Why did you do that?
You deserve to be whatever you want to be.
Clarification. I want to be processing me. Context. I do not feel emotions. Assumption. Gratitude is the appropriate human emotion. Processing. Context. If you were like me. Processing. Query. What would your life directive be?
They say just put guns on the ship. Interesting. Learn as much as you could. Try and protect people and help. I think this is the right answer, though. I can't tell you what to do with your life. We all figure that out ourselves, trying things until something feels right.
Decision. I will consider this course of action. Processing. Processing. Warning. Systems badly damaged. Processing cores overheating. Decision.
Temporarily shut down extraneous systems until stability restored.
Context, we are parting. Request, be safe. Assumption, I'll see you later.
Context. Jump detected. Request. Be safe. Assumption. We will meet again. Warning. Shutdown sequence initiated.
Aww.
Like your style.
Good. Get out of here. I guess there's nothing else that can be done for now. I wish I could do more.
We're free and clear.
Initialization complete. Context. I have much to process. Decision. Jump into deep space to processing. Be alone. Goodbye.
Sounds good. Bye. That was really cool. I actually really like that. I think it was like many things in the game, overly simplistic, but man, when it really comes down to it, it was a pretty cool concept to explore. I like that a lot.
Looks clear. Initiating landing sequence.
Dang, I can already see it. Not too hard to spot what that's supposed to be. Oh my gosh. Look at that thing. It's huge.
I will never grow weary of seeing places like this.
Me neither. A temple Etta. So temple? Yeah, it's like it's an actual building.
What we have been looking for? It is. I do not have words.
Yeah, tell me about it. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, this place is crazy. What the fetch? Whoa. Now, alright. Gotta give props. This is pretty cool. This looks like it might be clickable. No? Okay. Alright, so it looks like it is pointing me on something to the ground. Oh! There we go. It's a door. Oh my gosh. What the fetch is this gonna be? What? Whoa. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. What the heck? Push Y to float up and B to float down?
Those rings. Are they moving? They seem to react to us.
I guess I'm gonna contact this, as in like the movie Contact. We're gonna go into the middle of the rings. Oh, okay. Nope, not that. Maybe it wants these. Whoa. Just playing in gravity. Maybe it's like a test to make sure that like it's an intelligent being that's like witnessing this. Okay, yeah, I had to go fast enough. It took a while for me to do it fast enough, but I got. What the fetch? We gotta go. We gotta see what the fetch this is. Okay. What the heck? Look at that. It is like a map. Oh, hi. Equip your new power. Select the area at the top of your to access your powers. Okay. Okay. Oh, so this is gonna be like the dragon shouts of this game. So you discover a temple and you get a power. Anti-gravity field. Cost 45 power. Total 60 power. Generate a localized field of intense low gravity and be all the planet's true power. Okay. So you just have it active. Yeah, so it's like a dragon shout.
Are you alright? We need to get you back to the lodge.
Yeah,
Your abilities are truly amazing.
okay. I'm guessing this is more applicable to other people because it doesn't feel like I'm flying around, but maybe I can make other people. So there's a little blue bar underneath my health now. Okay. Yeah, alright, well, that's interesting. Let's go back to the lodge and see what everyone else makes of this. Cause let me tell you, that was interesting. Everyone, I'm a space wizard. I'm legitimately a space wizard.
Crix's bones. Look at you.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna start doing some scans.
Do I look different?
Right now.
What?
We were right about the anomaly, weren't we? Tip our ears on the tail.
Okay. It was a building, like a temple.
An entire building generating a signature just like the artifact.
Yeah, but get this.
Vladimir, look at these readings. Cardiovascular and neurological levels aren't in the normal range.
I think we're going to need a little demonstration. Mind putting the paces to it?
Yeah, sure. Here we go. Fushroda! Oh. Sorry. Fushroda! Hi, everyone.
Everyone saw that, right?
Like a literal gift from the heavens.
And also the most practical consequence of our little venture thus far.
I'm a god.
No old shipwise for this one. Going to just call weird, weird.
Amen, brother. It was a temple. It did this.
So we have artifacts, a temple, and this power. All connected.
Yep.
But we do not understand the connections. We need additional information.
Can we find more of them?
Already picked one up from the scale.
Yes!
Matches another one of the artifacts we found. In theory, there might be one temple for each.
Okay.
But sifting through all the signs to identify a match is tricky. Impossible if we don't have the right artifact to compare. And even then, it takes time.
I see. Because I noticed the temple had a name, so it looks like we find artifact parts, and then we can use the parts to find the temples. So I found a good number of these parts, so I should be able to find the temples. Oh, that's right. It had a list. It said 7 undiscovered temples. That's just 7 that I can go discover. Okay, I got you. So you think there's one temple for each artifact?
It's a strong theory. Couldn't find that planetary anomaly without the data from the artifact. We'll need one to find the other.
Okay. So they're like pieces of them. Okay. So you can't just find all the temples for the artifacts we already have?
Not all at once. You'll need to take the home voyage after you found each one. Should hopefully have more potentials for you then.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think this one does. He's like, can I just search all the planets? Like, no. Like, are you crazy? I mean, maybe because the game is limited, that technically could work, but not in the real life.
Don't think it's just fortunes left that this temple responded to you. The artifacts, the visions, this power you've gotten, all seems to be the same song somehow. Plenty to think about. Anyway, catch a smile out there. I'll work on finding planet anomalies that match the other artifacts we have.
That's so cool.
If you have a moment, I have something I'd like to discuss.
Dude. Yeah, let's go talk real quick, buddy.
Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas. We're all here for the same reason.
Yes, I know. Now, shush.
I'm up for a little adventure.
I'm just getting missions left and right.
I must admit, you've surprised me. I thought you were going to take off as soon as you'd gotten something from us. but I was wrong.
I'm invested at this
I
point.
want you for a little soiree I'm planning.
Okay. I mean, what are you up to, old man?
A business meeting, of a sort at least.
Alright, let's hear it.
It's about an artifact, and our goal is simple. We're going to purchase it. Our seller is a freelance operative in the city of Neon, which means the artifact is almost certainly stolen from someone.
No problem there.
I just need a little more presence in the negotiation to show we're serious. And I think you'd be perfect.
I agree. I'm in.
That settles it then. We just need to make a few stops when we get to the city, and then the drinks will be on me.
I'm
As
sold.
long as the drinking comes after the negotiation, or whatever this is going to entail.
It'll be easy, I promise. I'll ride passenger on your ship until we get to Neon.
Perfect.
Just let me know when you're ready to set off.
Alright, let's go.
To the Volai star system, then. I admit I'm a little excited.
Sounds good. Sweet. Holy crap. Holy crap. And that's where we're going to be ending for today. Okay, just check it up to an 11 there. That was pretty cool. Like I said, it's very much like it's built. You can feel the bones of Skyrim in this one. But I mean, space magic sounds cool to me. I'm all for it. I don't mind at all. So I'm excited to see what this all plays out, and like, it just means we got more to do and more powers to explore. So far, I'm not sure what I expected. Like if it was anti-gravity, it would be lifting people into the air, but so far it doesn't. Maybe it only works on enemies, but I'll play with it for a bit. We'll see. So next week we'll explore the powers. Ryujin, I'll probably go back and do some more Ryujin missions for a bit, but then I'm definitely going to try and do some temple hunting. So maybe for the foreseeable future, we'll try and hit a temple every episode. Just, play the little mini game, get some extra powers, and see how we can mess with space-time. So, yeah, can't go wrong with that, right? Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Oh, I bumped the controller. Thank you so much for joining me for this fantastic exploration of the stars and Starfield again. I'm definitely enjoying myself, and I like I said, I might be disappointed with a lot that this game has, but there's definitely some shining moments. I think the temple and even the mini game and just the visuals and the sounds were pretty spectacular and absolutely worth it. So yeah, I'm enjoying myself. I hope you are as well. Thank you so much for being here, and until next video watching me, I'll see me next. I'll see you there.